Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Apostate Weekly. I'm your host, James,
And I'm Ryan.
and let's roll that intro. So, just to start off today, I just want to let everybody know that I am matching Ryan's apostate energy by showing off the shoulders. Now, on her end, I might say that if you're tempted, it's all about with that or something, it's all Ryan's fault. So, I'm sorry. I can't do nothing for you.
Sorry. Sorry for
Uh,
showing my God-given naked body to everybody. How dare I?
so, we've had a busy week of news this week.
Yeah,
A
we've
lot
had
of
a few.
stuff
I have a
going
few
down.
stories. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, One of the big ones I'll start off with here is there was that lawsuit in Hawaii. I don't know if anybody heard about this or not,
Oh, I
where
didn't.
where the ex witness sued. Now I believe because I've listened to a couple different videos on this and people have um, changed their information as they got it because new things came in. Satanic bosoms. Oh, you just made me think of the
Sorry.
Austin Powers movie when you did that, when all the girls came out and they
Oh
started shooting
gosh,
at
yeah,
them.
they have their yeah. Good movie. Iconic. Cult
Oh
classic.
man. But anyways, this the ex-witness who was abused sued and got won a $40 million award from the judge. Now,
Wow.
I believe if I have my information correct, that this is from the the money is supposed to come from the abuser, not the organization.
Mm.
So it's different this time. But I'm sure that in some way the organization is going to probably come in and appeal it. Yes, we're going to get to stuff here. Don't get ahead of yourselves now, okay?
We're excited. We're excited.
We are. Yeah, because we got some good news coming up here for y'all. But anyway, so we want to start off with that. Um yeah, I know my sleeve fell down, mom. Shoulder to shoulder. uh but I wanted to bring up another story that I thought was really interesting too, real quick. And I'm gonna share the screen on this one. Um this one comes out of California, the city of Long Beach. And here they're celebrating a partnership, a 25-year partnership that Jehovah's Witnesses have had with the city of Long Beach. And of course, this is in California. And on July 20th, the mayor of Long Beach, Mayor Rex Richardson, they had an open house to celebrate their hosting of the annual conventions in Long Beach. And basically saying how it's a tradition now that we have you guys come in for your conventions, because they bring business and yada, yada, yada. Now,
Mm-hmm.
whatever happened to the witnesses' neutrality and, staying out of the government and things like that? With this headline, it's full on hypocrisy of them putting their nose and their hands in the government's pockets
Right?
for their benefit because they're giving them benefit and they're getting kickback as well. Because they're getting the good publicity and PR for it all from them. But they're just so hypocritical when they tell us to stay out of those kinds of things.
Yeah, but they'll lay right in bed with the enemy to make that paper.
Oh
They don't
yeah.
care. All they care, the end goal is making that money and they will twist it in any which way that they can to make it seem like what they're doing is acceptable. But if you or I were to do it, it would be a problem. They're smart. They're pretty,
They
I
will.
mean, we recognize it, but the JWs will just eat that up and think like, yeah, that's what they should be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. You were just making me think. They will prostitute themselves in any way they can to get what they want.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's exactly what it is. They sell themselves to the highest bidder.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So you want to go ahead and
Sure.
share your first story?
Yeah, let me see what I decide to pull up first. Okay, we're going to go to 1975. Let's go back in time. So we have this
Armageddon.
here. Yes, Armageddon, right? While Armageddon is being spun from the Jehovah's Witnesses, we have a pastor who abducted an 8-year-old girl who was on her way to a camp, a church camp, and he kidnapped her, obviously disposed of her body, and they just recently, as you can see, broke the case. And I think there was other evidence that they found, like journals, like another young lady was saying that he was trying to abduct her. So this is how like they eventually found him after 40 something years. But it's just unfathomable. Well, it's not unfathomable. I should not even say that because it's so true and it happens every day. This is our reality now that we're living in, that these are the predators, the people who say that they have a gateway to God, that they can communicate with God. They are the ones who are abusing children. For 40 something years, this guy, who knows how many children he abused, and having a position as a pastor, somebody you're supposed to trust. And this is what he's done. So
That-
here's the people who are harming children.
yes, it's just so disgusting what they're doing. And
Mhm.
for him to have gotten away with it for so long
Right.
is just
It's
insane.
mhm. For
I
40
mean,
something years just living his life like nothing happened. And these parents, like I can't imagine what these parents were going through, wondering what happened to their child. At least now they have some justice and some closure, which I hope helps
do,
them.
do you know if the parents are still alive?
Oh, that's a good question. I am not sure if they are still alive. I feel like the answer is yes, but I am not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read that through again and see if I remember. I feel like they are alive.
Oh, there it is. It says right there. Harrington's father has since died, but her mother and 3 sisters are still alive.
Okay, okay. Well, at least for them, hopefully they'll have some. It's a shame the father passed, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that some kind of justice hopefully will be restored. I just wonder what that will be. And you know what? Can I go into my next? Do you care if I jump right into my next story because it
No, go
goes
right
hand
ahead.
in hand with
Go right
this?
ahead.
Okay. Give me just a second, y'all. Y'all are you're gonna be so upset. Once I find it, I guess is what I should say. Once I find this
We're
story, I
upset
thought
that
I
you're
had
not
it.
finding it.
I thought I had it pulled up. I'm not sure why. Oh, you know why? When I lost my internet, the page dropped. Okay, sorry. I have to copy and paste, y'all. Right before the show, I lost my internet and everything went a little haywire. Okay, share this tab instead. So we have a complex being built called Church of the Highlands. It's a $4.5 million pastoral recovery center. And you know what it is? It is for pastors who have committed crime and sexual abuse. So basically, pastors who have done deplorable things to children, to anybody, can now go recover at this millions dollar building.
Oh,
Well, they'll
can I
teach you that God forgives. Yeah, go
can
ahead.
I take a guess that it's run by people who have no training in criminology or how to deal with criminals or how to deal with the stuff they're doing, period?
Mm. Yeah, I have no doubt that the people running this are all in it just for the money. They're probably funneling money from whatever churches these pastors are into this place. I mean, how do you get $4 million to build a pastor recovery center? Come on. Who's
Especially,
behind this, right?
I mean, especially in Alabama. I mean, but the thing is though, they build a center like this, and again, they have people who are not trained how to deal with this, and they're just going to gaslight all their members when these pastors finish whatever program they have, and they're going to go back out into the world not healed, not
No.
recovered, nothing, and they're going to be the same exact people that they were when they went there.
Yep. This isn't going to work. It's not going to
No,
work, but it's going to make some people very rich.
of
There's going
course.
to be a lot of people getting rich off of this. And okay, so the lodge has come under scrutiny after sexual assault allegations surfaced against a Highlands pastor who has been undergoing a pastoral restoration process in secret. And some critics and former staff members have real concerns because of like things that you said about transparency, safety, who's participating, who's actually doing the restorative justice, who's training these people, helping them through whatever disturbing issues they have. It's all going to be a way for them to make money off of more abuse, and it doesn't go towards the victims. None of this is restorative justice for victims. It's all just to get pastors back into the clergy, back into the hands of the church, back in front of vulnerable people who know no better what these people are capable of.
Oh yeah,
It's
and then
purely disgusting.
and what's even worse is when they do go back, and the people who follow these pastors or whatever, they're going to believe that they're healed when they're not, and
Oh
they're just going
yeah.
to let them right back into their lives. It's no different than the JWs letting pedophiles back into the Kingdom Hall just because the elders just fellowshipped them. You're not healing
Mhm.
the people, you're just letting them back into your life with their same problems, and they're going to strike again.
100%. So that's that. More money going towards helping the perpetrators instead of helping the victims. It's just very sad.
Well, I'm going to go on to my next story. Oh, wait. I got something coming in. Hang on, hang on. Oh, yes. I got some breaking news for everybody. We have found out where Anthony Morris III is now living at. Let me
Oh, are we
share
going
this.
right now?
I'm going right now. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go knock on his door and see if
I'm
he'll
ready. I'm
succumb
ready.
to the power of weed. But
I
let's
love it.
let's take a listen to this. This is from the Blue Envelope YouTube channel. He does some great research. Some his videos are absolutely top notch. If anybody hasn't seen this channel, go check it out and subscribe to it. But let's listen to what he has to say here on the location of Tony Morris.
Okay.
Brings us up to date. And to cut to the chase, Tony and Susan Morris are living in Lumberton, North Carolina, as has been speculated about. So, about 4 weeks after that announcement on jw.org, we find this real estate document dated March 28th, 2023, on the Robeson County, North Carolina website. And what it describes here is a house, actually a townhouse, being purchased in Lumberton, North Carolina. It's being purchased from the developers called the Mid-South Investment Group. And the purchasers or grantees are three parties here: Anthony Morris III, Susan Morris, and the Religious Order of Jehovah's Witnesses. And the address there is Watchtower Farms. As the document points out, this is a life estate for the Morrises. And down a little further, it explains what this means. Basically, that Anthony and Susan can live on that property as long as they're living or until they move away. And at that time, as it says, then his or her life estate shall automatically terminate. And when both life estates have so terminated, Religious Order of Jehovah's Witnesses shall own the property in fee simple. And just to mention, I've kind of blocked out some of the address information here. not to dox anyone. Although that being said, these are public documents that anybody can look up on.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. So I just find this so interesting, though. Not in the fact that they got a house, okay? Because actually, a congregation that we used to go to, there was an ex-circuit overseer, and him and his wife got a house from the society, is what we always called it. But the terminology they're using here, calling it the Religious Order of Jehovah's Witnesses, how culty does that sound? Like,
Very.
it is just so like screaming, we're a cult. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. And then on top of that, so I looked it up on Google Maps, and the information that I was able to get from that video, I couldn't find the exact house or nothing, but the area is beautiful. You're looking at houses that are over $200,000. I mean, they're not like the most extravagant homes, of course. It's a simple
Mhm.
house. I mean, $200,000 gets you something halfway decent in North Carolina. Okay.
For
And,
sure.
you know, but the fact that he doesn't have to pay for it, doesn't have to worry about the taxes or none of that stuff. All has to do is live in it. And when he dies or leaves the house, then it goes back to Watchtower. So when you hear other videos talking about how Watchtower is a real estate corporation masquerading as a religion, this is just proving it even more so when they have private homes that they own that they will get back. And if they don't have any, other governing body members that they need to hide, they'll have something they could sell for a profit.
Yep. Absolutely. It's all just another way to funnel money into, again, into the people who don't need it, into the higher ups, just like they protect the pastors. Here's Tony Morris getting kicked out of the governing body, and I don't know where he's getting this money from, but um like I think Sam said, I doubt it's from his personal stat. Yeah, doubt it's his personal
Oh no.
savings.
Oh
Nope.
gosh, no. And I was trying to look up the information on it. There was some kind of transaction. It really wasn't a whole lot of money that was involved. It might have just been taxes or something. I don't know, but yeah, you could be sure it wasn't from Tony Morris's own pocketbook that he's getting this house for sure. But I want to hit back again more on that point about the wording of it, what they call it, how they call it, the order, the religious order.
Oh
Not
yeah.
not just that it's culty and all that, like I say it is, but you think about it, it's also another name that they use to have these different shell corporations and shell
Yeah.
companies that they funnel money into. So it's not
Yeah.
that they just have
Break
the
off.
Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. They have the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. They have uh, the farms. They have the religious order. They have the Christian congregation. So they have all these different names for these different corporations when it's all the same thing in the end. It's all the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. But they're using all these different names so they can shuffle and funnel money around when they need to, so they can avoid and try to get out of lawsuits that they know are inevitable and coming down the pipeline.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly how they do their business. They make different entities so that way they're not attached to each other. They still do business for each other. They can still benefit from doing business with an organization that has, doesn't have to pay taxes, etc. It's all money laundering. If you
Yeah.
ask me, it's all a way to launder money. It's just
Yeah.
legally doing it.
Legal laundering.
Legal laundering.
Yep. And that's exactly
Tony's
all that
tight
is.
pants are getting laundered.
About time.
About time.
Because especially North Carolina in the summertime, that stuff will stink.
Yeah. Hey, Tammy, I wanted to ask you. I know we've been trying to email each other. I apologize. I never check my email and I have not checked it for like 2 weeks. But I would like to have you on the show, either this news station to talk about the October protest, or maybe on just another channel. It doesn't have to be your face, like if you don't want your face to be on, but we'd like to have you on and discuss the October protest in, it's DC, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So
Is it
yeah.
setting it up?
Yeah, Tammy G is the one who's setting it up.
Oh,
I'm trying to email, but you know me,
awesome.
I don't check my messages. If
No,
y'all
you
join the
don't.
Discord, we talk regularly on Discord, but I'm not gonna lie, I have issues with anxiety. I don't like checking emails. I don't like checking my text messages, but I do want you on. So if you can find a way to yeah, maybe join the Discord server, that would be amazing because we'd like to talk to you.
And we'll make sure that we put a link for that Discord in the down below.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that right now. Speaking of which,
because these links do expire. So please be sure whatever link we put out, try to get to it as soon as possible. And if you don't get the link before it expires, reach out to me, not her, and I'll get it to you. I promise. So
hey, I'll just tell y'all where my blind spots are. That's my blind
anywhere
spot.
in front of your eyes, right?
Yes, right here. Here's good, but right here. But yeah, thank you, Tammy. We'd love to have you on and talk to you about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do have one more story. I don't know if you have anything. Oh, and as well, just because you mentioned Tony, I forgot to say I watched somebody's video yesterday. I didn't watch the entire thing, but it looked like an old video that they were presenting that had Tony removed.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we know that they've been removing him, but this video was rather old. So I don't know why they would go back into like the 90s, early 2000s, whatever it was, maybe late 90s, early 2000s to
Was it
move
that
Tony out of it.
was it from that Warwick Pimo channel?
Yes, that's the one.
Because
Did you see that?
I've seen them because
Okay.
he has like 3 or 4 different videos, and they they date back a little bit, from the time Tony was removed. And so you got to come find the latest one to see which one you were actually talking about, because they have been removing things over time, getting rid of his face and stuff in different videos, which really
Just interesting.
is just shady business when you think
What
about
is
it. Because
happening?
like what did he do? And that's all we can do still is speculate. What did he do to A, get removed, and then B, they're just like slowly erasing him from history? Like
That's what I'm struggling to understand. Like, do they really think that there's a way that they can completely remove him as if he never existed? Like, just erase him from the memory of the JWs? Is that the purpose? Is because he's done something abominable and they really need to separate themselves? I don't
see,
understand.
Elizabeth,
Oh,
that is great to have that,
they can't
because
erase that,
they can't erase
Elizabeth.
that now.
Sorry, can't erase that.
And that's one of the big reasons why I think they've been trying to transfer completely over to digital electronic media, and don't hand out any actual
Yeah.
hardcover DVDs, Blu-rays, none of that, because they know that if we save that stuff, that it's going to bite them in the ass. But we still save the stuff when they put it out fresh, to still let it bite them in the ass if they want to change it later. So
Yeah.
you Watchtower.
There are too many people on our side who are watching everything they do. There's too many people on the inside who are relaying to us everything that is happening. They're not going to be able to get around it. Sure, maybe they feel like they have more control, but in this day and age of not be I mean, once you put something on the internet, try to scrub it. It's very difficult. There's so many links and stuff.
That, and also if you go to archive.org, you can find it still, because they archive everything.
I use that website all the time, and it's a great resource just to get books, like for their library is expansive. But again, it's also great because what's it called? The time machine. You can go on that time machine and show that link from 10 years ago. Can't erase that, pal. As
Nope.
long as it's
Nope.
been crawled, as long as a robot has crawled it and seen it, you're not
Yep.
gonna have much luck.
Which means that you are being archived as well.
Are they gonna like raise me back, like a better version of me in 20
And
years?
an AI version. With just
An
they're just
AI
gonna use
version.
they're just gonna use your head and animate your head.
That's fine. I'm gonna be like a disembodied head from Futurama. I'm okay with that. I can do that.
Hey, if they
Okay.
can upload my consciousness into that too, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sure that if that's a possibility, the governing body will be up for that. That's what they're going to invest their money in. Yeah, we'll see them in like the year 2070 in glass jars. So I thought the article was pretty cool that a former Jehovah's Witness opened a parody website. Now I tried to look at the parody website, but my internet went down at that exact moment. So I have no idea if this website actually works. We're going to click it and find out together. Oh yeah, thejw.org. Okay, so
Awesome.
this person opened a parody website and it looks like the Jehovah's Witnesses sued them. I'm going to go back so I can actually show you the article. But the Jehovah's Witnesses sued them and the person won the fight, whatever you want to call it, the legal battle. And at the end of the article, hold on y'all, my computer is acting funny still. Yeah, unfortunately it's being really super weird. But at the end of the article, the gentleman who won the legal battle said something to be like he was laying into the organization about like how they do dirty things in order to pull people in, and he thinks he's just as fair in opening his parody website and showing people what the Jehovah's Witness organization truly does. And he was so thankful that he won, but it was the way that he stated it and it was so poignant. And people reading that news article, like at first it just sounds like a fun news article, like haha, David and Goliath, like this little guy won against this big organization. But at the end of the article, it just like sliced Goliath down into nothing. And I thought that was amazing because people will read it
Nice.
thinking like, oh haha, a little goofy article, and then like, oh damn, like this organization is dirty. And I love that they got that out there and snuck it in to that article.
Well, remember when they went after Kevin McFree a couple years ago? I don't know if you were around for
Oh
that.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
he just got his
Yeah.
channel back not that long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And for those of you who don't know, Kevin McFree has a YouTube channel and he does like stop motion Lego animation with JW parody stories. So,
Right.
and it's really good. And the Watchtower came after him and shut his channel down for a while. And he won in court against them and got his channel back up and running.
Yeah, I'm so thankful that he won, but that's another like David and Goliath thing. So yeah, knock them down to size, knock them down a couple pegs. But
Exactly.
all these articles the links will be in the description. I have to put them in there. I'll probably put them into the comment actually, because once I go into the StreamYard, I can't edit it once we're in here. At least I don't know how to, but I will make sure I put them in the comments so y'all can go read these for yourself.
Or if you want, we can make a list of the links, and like you can always edit the description in the YouTube channel itself later as well.
Yeah, you can. If you get me the login,
I can only do it for the one channel, the Apostate Weekly channel, not the Apostate Coalition channel. So,
and I have to get Jonathan's login to get the Apostate Coalition.
So it's all messed up, people, but we'll get it straight one of these days. We don't promise.
No promises. Hey, look, we were born and raised by the Jehovah's Witnesses. What do you expect of us? Hey, we're doing our best here.
Hey, you down with ADD?
Yeah, you know me.
Exactly.
I sure do.
Anyways, is that all you got for us today, Ryan?
That, I believe, is all that I have. Yes. That's
Oh, well,
enough.
yeah, it is. And that is all I have as well. So I think we need to call it a day, call it a
Wrap it
week,
up. Yeah,
wrap it
call it
up.
a
But,
week.
and we'll try to get some more stories for y'all for next week. And we appreciate you, love y'all. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and share. Also, we have now hit just over 200 subscribers. So thank you, everybody, for doing that and hitting those subscribe buttons. Keep spreading the good word, the good news of the Watchtower going down.
That's right. Yes, we
And
truly
at the end of the
appreciate
month,
your
I want to
help.
see your service reports for how much you've been doing that. Okay. No.
Well, I at least get to count 30 minutes here every week.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
least 30
So,
minutes. So I'm good. I'm doing really
well,
well.
no, you actually get to count a little bit more time because you got to go look at stories and,
Oh,
so,
right.
you got the back end work
That's
that counts
counted.
too. So, you got at least an hour.
I got to manipulate the time just like they manipulate their people, right?
I mean, shoot, I started my time at 7:30 this morning. What'd you do?
I was starting at 8. Okay, sheesh, man, I'm behind.
So
But
you never pioneered properly then.
no, of course I did not. I think I did it like one time, just like one time. But hey, one time is enough. If you all want to ever submit an article that you want us to watch, you could always contact James, or you can leave it in the comments. We do try to get to the comments. So if there's something you want us to talk about, or come to the Discord, We put it in the chat.
Yep.
Join us. It's a safe space. I like to say that and remind people that it is a safe space for all JWs who leave. So don't bring no hate. It's a great place for us just to keep in touch and talk about whatever's clever. But
And we
no hate.
have different chat rooms for different topics too. Like if you want to have more
Right.
sensitive talk or you want to vent or whatever,
Yes.
we have the main chat room, but then we have these other chat rooms to bring up other things that you may not want to put in the main chat room. So you can feel safe to come in and be able to express yourself freely. So,
Right.
and both Ryan and I are admins in that Discord server as well. So we also try to keep it going to be a safe space for everybody because that's what it should be, especially with all the crap that everybody's gone through and leaving this cult and everything. We need to have those safe places to be able to express ourselves.
100%. And you guys are welcome. You're always
Yes.
welcome if you want to talk to us weirdos.
And if not, I get it. I can't
We
say I don't
get
get it.
Yeah. I get tired of myself, let alone other weirdos.
So,
Trust me, I'm like,
anyways,
oh God, this girl again. Okay.
before we watch Ryan spiral into self-deprecation, let's go ahead and end it there.
Thank you. I appreciate I need that right now. Redirect my energy. Redirect my energy.
There you go. So with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. We will see you next week and the same time and the same channel. And y'all have a wonderful week and we'll see you again.
We're leaving. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, we appreciate you being here, guys. Sorry, but we'll see you next week, okay?
Yep. And you can always go and watch it in the replay.
Yeah.
So
Listen to Baby Blessed.
and remember, apostate your way.
Or my way.